Hello students, welcome to the Standard 10 subject Science, chapter number 3 Metals and Non-Metals. We are learning the topic Properties of Ionic Compounds. We have learned about the ionic compound and we are seeing properties of ionic compounds. We have seen two properties of these ionic compounds. First one is made of ions and second property was solubility. We have checked its solubility in water and organic solvents. Let us talk about third property. So in this video we are going to talk about third property of ionic compound, and which is melting and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point. They have very high melting and boiling point. Very high. Why does this happen? Do you know? The force of attraction between ions of ionic compound is very strong. Why does it is strong? Let us understand. When two ions are kept very close, then the electrostatic force between them is very high. Think yourself, the positive ion and negative ion they are kept very close. We are keeping it very close. Then how will be the force between them? This will be very high. There is the electrostatic force between them. If we will keep very close, then the force will be very high. If they are kept far from each other, like this, you can see. If we will keep far from each other, then no matter. But very high force when they are closed. Now you know very well that in any compound, how far the ions? Take any compound and say how far the ions? Friends, they are very close. In any compound, the ions are very close. You can say very close. Very close. The ions. The distance between them is in angstrom. In 10 raised to minus 10 meter. So the distance between two ions, here this distance between two ions in angstrom, 10 raised to minus 10 meter. It means very close. Therefore, between two ions there is very strong electrostatic force. Because of this strong electrostatic force, breakdown of ions and to be vaporized or boiled, it is not easy. If we'll give lots of heat, then it will vaporize or boil. It have very strong electrostatic force. So to break down this force or to vaporize or to boil, it is not easy. We have to give lots of heat to vaporize or boil. To give lots of heat. So, why these compounds have very high boiling point? Now you can understand this point. To give lots of heat. It means their boiling points are very high. Because they have very strong electrostatic force of attraction. Why they have strong force? Because ions are very close. Therefore, they have high melting and boiling point. So, here is the third property. Melting point and boiling point. Let us understand the fourth property. The fourth property of ionic compounds is checking the physical state of that compound. Physical state. What do you mean by physical state? We'll check either they are solid, liquid or gas. Let us understand this property. How the ionic compound exists. Either they are solid, liquid or gas. Now see, the force between the ions is very strong. As we have seen, the force between ion is very strong. It means ion will be very close. If ions will close, then in solid, in liquid or gas, in which atoms, molecules or particles are very close? Now you have to answer that in solid, in liquid or in gas, ion will very close and atoms, molecule, particles are very close. We know that in solids, so generally we'll speak their physical state is solid. Why solid state? Because of strong electrostatic force. So because of strong electrostatic force, the ions are very close, and ions are very close, therefore the physical state of the compounds will be solid, as we know. If ions, positive and negative, are little far, they are little far, then they will be of the form liquid. If they are very far, like this and this, I have denoted the distance only that I have in my screen, but they are very far, then they will be gases. So these are the physical states of ionic compounds. If the ions are very close, this strong electrostatic force, then we can say that they are solid. If ions are little far, then they are liquid, and the ions are very far, there is less electrostatic force, so it will form of gas. So fourth property is physical state, and generally it exists in solid state. About the fifth property, we will see in our next video. So here are the 4 properties. Thank you.